Hey everybody, I'm ZeldaMaster and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda. In this one we're going to be taking on level 4, which is known as the Snake. Which, if you couldn't tell by now, yeah, it's because of the shape of the temple will be shaped as a snake. So, let's go ahead and get started with this by taking on all of these keys. And the keys are going to be pretty common throughout this temple. Pretty much the main enemy we're going to be fighting. We're actually going to be fighting a different form of the keys. Pretty much like a form where I want to say they're connected or something. So these enemies here, I believe they're known as Vires, and if you hit them, they explode into keys, but they're actually a different color. It's funny because their normal color is the same color as the normal keys, but then they become red keys when they split into two. But overall, these enemies are pretty annoying, and we don't really have to take them on, but I just kind of want to show them off before I start ignoring them. But alright, let's go ahead and enter this room, and as you can see, oh no, it's dark! The lights are out, and if you don't have the blue candle, well, you're in trouble. Luckily, you could buy the blue candle from several shops throughout Hyrule, and it's pretty cheap. I want to say it's like 60 rupees. So, yeah, I mean, if you've been following along, you should have everything I have currently, so I guess it's not much of an issue. But if you're not, and if you try to take on this temple, then there might be a little issue, because it's hard to tell what's going on. And it's funny because it reminds me of Pokemon Red and Blue, which were pretty old as well, but not as old as this game. This game is now 31 years old. I believe yesterday was the anniversary, the 31st anniversary for the original Legend of Zelda, which is insane to think about. And yeah, but that's beside the point. My point is that yeah, I remember playing Pokemon Red and Blue, and there were like the dark cave sections, and you couldn't see anything when you'd enter them. And I was like, I didn't know how to get. I was really young at the time when playing it. I didn't know how to get the flash, like the ability flash, so you could see what's going on. So I would just try to take on the cave completely dark. I think it'd be really, really difficult to do that in this game, because not only is everything completely dark, but there are enemies that can hit you and most likely kill you, and that's not a good thing. Unlike in Pokemon, where you just encounter a Pokemon and then you enter the battle. It's not like you can get hit outside of battle. But alright, let's go ahead and try to take out all of these Vires. They're pretty easy with the boomerang. That's why I highly suggest using it, because if you hit them, then you can quickly use the boomerang to take care of the keys without giving them a chance to move too much. At least that's how I like doing it. But let's go ahead and see if I can. Okay, let's see if I can do it now. And okay, that wasn't perfect, but we did it. Now we can enter this room. And inside this room, as you can see, we already have a lot of keys on us. I believe we entered this temple with already freaking 4 keys from the previous dungeons. Because yeah, the keys have been stacking up throughout the dungeons, just because I haven't been needing to use all of them, because I've been skipping, you know, like the rooms that don't need to be open. But my point here is, as you can see, I'm killing off these likes. Yes, they are the likes that we know from. It's weird because I'm always like, they are from the other Zelda games, but they're originally from this game. It's just I didn't play this game first, so I recognize them from other Zelda games, even though this is what started it all. So yeah, I guess I just look at the game differently. I'm sure people who played this game first must look at it differently. Like, you know, this is the origin of everything, which it is. It's just, to me, this is not the first time I've seen them. I look at them like, oh, this is just like how they were, how they look in Ocarina of Time, but oh, you know, just much less detailed and whatever. But anyways, as you saw from that room, we got ourselves the ladder. It's like a stepping ladder, and pretty much you could do this. You can kind of float. I don't really know how it works, but it's an interesting item, and yeah, you need it throughout this temple to complete, and you need it to get some heart pieces and overall traverse the overworld very easily. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly head up here with avoiding everything. You may notice I saved one of my small keys, and I didn't open up the store. If you did, you would have wasted the small key, I'm pretty sure, and not got it back. It would have just been a wasted small key, but they give you extra small keys. Plus, I'm pretty sure you can buy small keys from the shops, like in the overworld as well. Like, I'm pretty sure there's like a shop or two that will allow you to purchase a small key. But as you can see with the ladder, you can't go any further. Like, if I want to reach this, it won't let me. It's only like just one block at a time, so it makes sense. But Alright, so now I believe I could pretty much skip the majority of the temple and make it exactly to where I want to go now that we have the dungeon map and the ladder. And yeah, you're going to need bombs for this. If you don't have bombs, well, that sucks for you because it's not going to be as easy. Because as you can see, you need to fight Manhandla once again, which is pretty random. But you can actually avoid this little boss battle and destroy the wall and head inside here. We're going to find a lot of rupees, then destroy this wall where you're going to find the other room. This is pretty much how you skipped the room entirely, where you're going to fight Manhandla and get yourself a small key, I believe, in the room after. Though you need bombs for this. You just need 2, I believe, in total to do this, which is definitely worth it. And I'm just going to go ahead and pick up the small key right up ahead and then just continue on because you know what? I'm done. That's all I need to do. Plus, I want to get past this temple as soon as possible because, yeah, what's up next is going to be pretty difficult, if you ask me, which is going to be the boss. So, alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and head down, and I believe this is the room right before the boss, so let me quickly... Oh, come on, you really have to block that? There we go, we got these guys. Yeah, in general, I don't want to get hit by these guys, because I'm going to use every single heart for the upcoming boss, and, okay, hopefully you guys didn't hear that, but, something on my desk fell or something, I don't know, I can't even pay attention, because I'm too busy trying to kill these keys. Jeez, okay, one more, perfect, alright, and once you kill him, the door hasn't opened yet. That is because you must push this, and you may say, okay, what if I somehow strategically didn't get hit and push this without getting touched? The tile wouldn't move, you wouldn't be able to push this, you must kill all the enemies. But alright, here we go. I'm a little nervous, but I think, okay, let's be honest, I think we got this, because it's not gonna be that hard. But overall, this boss is a little tricky, if you ask me. But I'll stop wasting time, and without further ado, let's go ahead and enter and fight. I want to say this boss is known as Gleeok or something. Overall, what you need to do is you need to be quick in hitting its head. Now, you could let yourself get hit by its weird beams that it shoots, which I'm kind of letting myself do so. But it's fine, because once I kill it... Wow, and I like how it still was shooting at me. Yeah, once you kill one of its heads, another head floats, and then you gotta quickly do it. It's so funny because all of these bosses are done very, very quickly. You just gotta be quick about it. And if you're not, you're the one that's gonna die. But in the end, we managed to do it, and we got ourselves another heart container. And now we can continue on. I actually really enjoy this boss, though. And actually overall enjoy this temple as a whole. I'll be honest, like, I just really enjoy the temples. The temples are really fun. It's just the overworld section. Some of the puzzles sometimes are a little, you know, head-scratching, you could say. But, alright, let's go ahead and now leave the temple and make our way to, I guess, the next temple, which shouldn't be too far. And actually, you're going to need to, I believe, traverse this, pretty much this very confusing section within the game. But I'm going to show off how it is. It shouldn't be too confusing. And actually, wait a second. No, you know what? I'll pick it up later. I want to pick up a potion before I decide to take on the next temple. Just because, yeah, in general, I feel like I could use it. And with the stuff we want to do before we make our way to the next temple, I might end up getting a little hurt within the overworld. So let's go ahead and get started and pick up a heart piece that I actually walked past and didn't pick up just because I couldn't pick it up without the stepping ladder. And now that I have this ladder, I can pick it up. It's funny because I had a lot of you guys point out, like, oh wow, he skipped a piece of heart. How did he not see it? How can you just walk past a piece of heart? That's not the case. I didn't walk past it. I didn't not notice it. Clearly, I noticed it, and I would have obtained it if I could. It's just I couldn't. And I thought that was kind of obvious because I didn't mention it. So I thought you guys would catch on, and, you know, clearly we can't get it now, but... yeah, that's the reason, guys. It's because I couldn't get it now. And now that we do have the stepping ladder from the snake that we just took on, if I go ahead and do this, there we go. We're able to pick it up. But the raft doesn't get this. For those who think the raft gets it, it doesn't. The raft will get me the piece of heart that's all the way up there that I obtained in the last episode, but not the one that I just got, which, yeah, it's this one. Okay. Anywho, now with that done, let's go ahead and I guess start making our way to where we can get an upgrade to both our defense and our HP, or our damage, I believe. And to do so, well, with the stepping ladder, it's going to be very easy, but if you don't have it, you can actually get this, but it's much more difficult. And that's by having to go through pretty much the Lost Woods. I'm not going to show that off. I'm going to show off a much easier way in doing so. So I believe all you need to do is just kind of make your way through this desert. You don't really have to make your way through the desert. I believe if I went north, I could have made my way through where the boulders are falling and, you know, the little lake. But it doesn't really matter which path you take. This is just the one screen underneath path, you could say. But I just want to quickly make my way past here, because when I do, and reach the lake here, this body of water, we're going to find, yes, a waterfall of sorts. And as you can see, the stepping ladder allows me to pass through. This is super convenient because, yeah, you get to avoid the Lost Woods, which requires a specific path. The path is pretty easy. I believe it's like going up, then going left 3 times, and then that's it. But, just in case, you know, it's can be avoided. So, all right, let's go ahead, and I believe, yes, I want to go in and do this because there is the blue bracelet that you obtain from killing off that enemy and also moving that statue. It's right underneath. It's really weird how you obtain it. And then as well, I believe we can get ourselves an upgrade to our sword. You're going to need a specific amount of hearts for this, but I'm pretty sure with all the overworld hearts and everything, I believe this is after level 6, maybe. But yeah, since we have so many overworld hearts, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to go ahead and push. Oops. Also, there's these guinea enemies. They're very common in Minish Cap. Like, I remember them very well from Minish Cap, even though, you know, they originated, obviously, from the first Legend of Zelda game. You know, the Hyrule Fantasy, which I believe was the Japanese version of, like, the name of this game was known as Zelda Hyrule Fantasy. I'm pretty sure something like that. But yeah, it's crazy because, like I said earlier, this game is now 31 years old from yesterday. So yeah, it definitely does feel old, but it is crazy because, you know, even though I know a lot of people got upset with me because I was like saying this game is very outdated. Even though it is outdated, it's still fun. But I'm not gonna lie, it still definitely has the outdated feel. But I don't hate it because I love Zelda, and yeah, this game is still fun for what it is. And actually, where am I even going? I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so now after we obtain the sword, we want to make our way to the next temple, and in doing so, I want to first of all just quickly grab a potion, because like I said, I feel like I'm going to need a potion for the next temple, and I just want to get it now. And we have enough for 2 blue potions, which is awesome. That's exactly what I need. So to get a potion, we need to find the old lady that we gave the piece of paper to, that the old man gave us early on within the very first episode. I believe I already showed it to the old lady, so she's already selling stuff, but we keep the piece of paper in our inventory until we get a potion, and then it literally replaces the potion with the item, so, or with the paper rather. All right, let me not kill this enemy, because I believe the enemies won't respawn if I leave 1 enemy on the screen instead of having like 6 respawn at a time. But yes, 40 rupees for a blue potion, and I believe it does 1 row of hearts, which is actually pretty good. And I just don't want to use all of my rupees because they are also used as ammunition, so yeah. But alright, so pretty much we are back to where the 4th temple was, and getting from the 4th temple to the 5th temple, all you need to do is head back somewhere similar to where the graveyard was, but not exactly there. Just pretty much north is where I'm going. Pretty much where I was at, but I had to backtrack all the way down just now so I can obtain the potion, which I want to say, yeah, it will be worth it for sure. But alright, let's go ahead and turn, I guess, a couple screens. This is going to take us a bit, because it's actually not necessarily by the graveyard, but it's more so just northeast. Yeah, I want to say it's more north, yeah, it's more northeast than it is west, because west is more so the graveyard. As you can see, we are very northeast of the map. But alright, let's go ahead and now hit up here, I guess. Yeah, this works. I believe if actually, no. Now I need to enter this. Correct? Yes, okay. So this here may seem really confusing, because if you try to go up from here, it will take you to a very identical looking area. But what you want to do is you don't want to turn left or right or go back down. Just keep going up. Doesn't matter which direction you come in from, as long as you start going up 4 times, it will take you to the dungeon. I don't know if this is meant to be like a feeling of like, wow, I traveled so many stairs to reach the temple, and that's why it repeats the same screen instead of loading new screens. I don't really know, but that's pretty much the puzzle in finding this temple, and now we have arrived to level 5. We'll see you all in the next episode when we take it on. Bye!